What is good, YouTube? Quinn Way Basketball Analysis coming to y'all on analysisplayground.com. We're going to talk about the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award prediction. We have some guys that have been perennial on this list and some new guys that was added to the list last year. Look at Draymond Green. He's a power forward that's always in this conversation, a former award winner of this award. Can really get active with his hands, steals, and blocks. He has declined a lot defensively and health wise, so I don't think he's going to win it, but he might make a second team or something like that. But I think his time as being one of the best defenders is slowly breaking apart. You get more injuries, you break down more in a physical basketball game, especially when there's somebody that's bigger than you always coming at you full speed or bumping into you or posting you up. We've seen him get eat up and toe up by Jokic in the playoffs last year. Just couldn't do much just because the centers are so much bigger and taller, more physical than him. But he still competes, he still helps, he still communicates as part of defense. He's one of the best communicators and one of the best players that hold you accountable in the NBA history to me, and that helps everybody become better on the defensive thing. You're all supposed to be on the string, and he made sure the string doesn't get broke that much. But this year, their defense isn't as great or as good as it should be. Kevon Looney is just too slow. James Wiseman just don't have the knowledge and IQ that's required to get the job done, and that hurted them because he's a big 7-footer that they drafted so high because of upside and potential, and he still hasn't been able to realize that potential, and his contract is getting coming up close to being able to be re-extended, and it's not looking like that's something that they should be in a rush to do, and that can hurt them keeping James Wiseman down in the future, down as the season continue to go on. They can reevaluate and see if James Wiseman is even worth keeping, or should they keep bringing veterans in to grow with this young core, or should they have a new iteration of the Moody, Kaminga, Patrick Baldwin type of guys that can be the new version of the Warriors that keeps them young and athletic and mobile, or will James Wiseman not be worth the headache? Mikhail Bridges is another guy that has become an elite level defender, long, lanky, can stay in your face, can really make it tough to get around him. Locked up Steph Curry last year, and everybody went crazy because somebody actually did it one on one with no trapping or help really needed. And that's something that you can build upon if you Mikhail Bridges. If you can lock up one of the greatest offensive players in NBA history, you can lock up anybody. And he has done it throughout his career. The better you get, the more smarter you get, the wiser you get, the less fouls you do, the best your defense can really be, and he has the capability of being Defensive Player of the Year, especially as a perimeter, like a Ron Artest, like a Kawhi Leonard, or even like a Draymond Green that was pseudo perimeter slash interior defender and become one of those Gary Payton like defenders that even Marcus Smart was able to win it before. That's a wing or a perimeter player that can win this award. Next, Marcus Smart, the same physical, tough, brute force, just gets up at you, gets all in you, fights you for every ball, fights you for every possession. That's why he won the award last year. Just because he's a fighter, he's a scrapper, he's ready to come at you, he's ready to hit you right, uppercut, even if he has to fight you, even if he has to get in your face and tell you how he feel about you or tell you what he did to you on the last possession. He will do it. He a vocal leader just like Draymond Green. He just rather be more feisty and fiery with it. And that's something that's good. It's something different, something unique, something special about that. And that's why he stood out among all these other guys that was healthy for the most part outside of Draymond Green and won the award ultimately last year. That's something that's a badge of honor. That's something that you should take pride in. That's something that you should want to do. He was known for that in high school, known for that in college, and he was able to achieve that highest level of honor as being Defensive Player of the Year last year, and that's something that he should be proud of and something that he really was happy about. Ayo DeSumo, I love what I see out of him. This is a long, lanky guy that can really get up in you too, using his side and his feet as a way to stay in front of guys, a way to strip guys, a way to block guys, and he has really become one of the underrated defenders in this league. And the more he stays on TV, which they have been because they've been winning in there in Chicago, a big media market since Michael Jordan played there, one of the Defensive Player of the Year, and also played with Scottie Pimp, and one of the other best perimeter defenders in NBA history. Now they have Desumu down there stripping and stealing and going for every block and every steal, but doing it without fouling a lot, and that's something that they needed. I love what I see out of him. Alex Caruso is another guy that you can put in this conversation, playing on the same team, a deflector, an interceptor, can really get his hands on balls, can really get strips and steals easily, and I love what I see out of him every time he does play. I love the fact that he is a guy that will take it to you, strip it right out your hand, take it right before you even pass it, and turn it down. It's kind of like cherry picking, but it's that he taking the cherry instead of doing it the easy way, doing it the difficult way, because it's the NBA level. The best playmaker, the bigger size, the best athletes are on the court, and Alex Caruso and Ayo DeSumo make it look easy. Rudy Gobert, one of the best interior defenders, probably the best interior defender over the last 10 years. Long, lanky guy that can really block everything, really makes it tough on the paint, was a top 5 defense within himself, really is the best defender when you look at the overall all package. Can really stay in front of guys, can really make it difficult, has trouble defending one-on-one, but he's going against the best centers only that can do that to him, and they have every move in the book, and they make it tough for anybody to defend, but Gobert guards them the best, and that's the credit you have to give him as an interior defender. You might can't shut somebody down, but at least you can make it tough, at least you can make it difficult, at least you can make them fight and claw for every bucket that they have to get. And if that's the case, that just show you how great of a defender you really truly are in the NBA if you're able to do that. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the best defender. He won defensive player year before. He just a great defender that can protect the rim, can block shots, can strip, can really help uh, call out plays and disrupt plays. He's just so fast, so quick, and covers so much space. Has become what AD should have been, if anything, and he has realized that potential that AD never did, and has become what we thought that AD would be. At this point, Brook Lopez also should be in this conversation. This is a good, stout, long, lanky guy that knows how to protect the rim and knows how to keep his hands up and use verticality just like Giannis. That's why they're just a great pair to have together, and they have won a championship together because of that ability to lock down the paint and force you to shoot tough layups and tough jump shots, and force you to do difficult things like trying to finish over the top of people that's 7 foot or taller, and they can still jump, and they still have their hands that are so big too, that take up so much space, and use their size to their advantage. That is even more difficult than ever to do it. But my winner is going to be Jrue Holiday. I think that he has been the best defender this year, has been in this conversation multiple years, have been on the 4 times list 4 times. I think he really seems more motivated, more prideful than ever on the defensive end than ever, especially after seeing Marcus Smart and Mikhail Bridges added to this list. It seems like he just has more umph and more push into him. And if he can do that throughout the whole season, he can be a better version of Marcus Smart, because he's just bigger, longer, and more lankier. And he always been known as a great defender the last 5 years, and has finally gotten the credit he deserved for it. But I definitely think that he can step it up and do more on the defensive end. And if he can do that, that would be something that's highly, highly impressive. It's not just being defensive player on our defensive team, but actually being able to win the award. I think that that's something that him and Giannis both can do. Giannis has already done it. We'll see if Jrue Holiday can do it. I know Brook Lopez has made an all-defensive team too. It just show you how great of a coach Mike Budenholzer, and how he's able to get these guys to really, play hard, do it well, but also do it on both ends of the court. And Jrue Holiday has really embodied that so far this season, and he's a big reason why the Bucks are undefeated at this point in the season. They are still the only undefeated team in the NBA so far, in the NBA right now. And a lot of it has to do with Brook Lopez, Giannis, and Jrue Holiday just being that three-horn attack offensively and defensively. And it's just remarkable to see them be able to do it at the highest level. Coaching has to do with it, but a lot of it has to do with your heart. Do you want to do it? Can you do it? Do you take pride in doing it? Do you really want to get in somebody for those minutes? Can you do it on multiple positions? Can you do it on multiple different type of plays? Can you swarm? Can you help? Can you rotate? Can you call out coverages and be right about them? He can do all those things and has done it throughout his career, especially these last 4 years. But can he break through and win the award? I think yes. I'm going to go with him, just because the attack of the defense starts at the point guard position, starts at the shooting guard position, and the small forward position. There's not too many low post centers in the game no more, and that just means you have to be better on the perimeter than you have to be on the interior more than ever. The best players in the league right now are guards, shooting guards, and forwards, and that's why Marcus Smart won the award last year, and that's why I believe that Jrue Holiday can win it this year, just because if Marcus Smart can do it, I can see Jrue Holiday doing something exactly similar, because he did it before Marcus Smart was doing it. And if he can do it before and he's doing it at a higher level than ever this year, I definitely think he can win it because of that. And I'm going to be on watch to see if he can get that done. But he's going to be my award favorite so far for Defensive Player of the Year. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Quinn Basketball Analysis sign out on analysisplayground.com. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I have one more video coming up, which is going to be instant analysis on Bucks versus Pistons when I get back from the game.